All right, people. Welcome to Game 6 of this Association Mode 2K13.
I'm Damon Bruce. Good to have you along for the
Knicks,
NBA here on
Magic.
The NBA season just
This is going to be really interesting.
It's going to be the New York Knicks up against Jameer Nelson and the Orlando Magic. I'll be here in the studio for the halftime show.
It's going to be really interesting. A-Fizzle returns to Orlando for the first time in the Knicks jersey. And I'm trying to find some evidence on when I played with Orlando Magic on 2K11, but I erased it all. The clean house, so I don't have that stuff anymore. So y'all just not believe me. If you don't, hey, it's not I can tell you. This should be an interesting game, though. Shaq.
And ready to get it going, we see the Magic. We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with me today, Mark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And the Knicks looking for a positive start here on their road. Everyone on this team is pleased with the beginning of the season. They're playing so well right now. 5 consecutive wins.
Checking out New York, they've made a lot of progress compared to where they were last year. Yeah, and I didn't really see it coming, Mark. I don't know how many people really did, but give them credit. I mean, they've worked hard, they've established an identity as a team, and they've had some success.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. At the 3-4 and 5, we've got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler. Michael Jordan is out there with Shorty. And for the Magic, we've got Shaquille O'Neal. Davis out there.
Let's do this.
And it's Jameer Nelson. And it's Aflalo. And it's the shooting guard. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Turkoglu outside. Leads him in there. Davis.
Orlando scored fast, man.
Davis has got the first points up on the board here for the Magic.
He gives a touch ball for the first time in Orlando in Knicks jersey. And he passes it. Jordan rules.
Everyone thought the Knicks probably made out the best getting Carmelo, but you look at Denver, the pieces they were able to add, and that's a pretty intriguing deal, really, for both teams.
Here is Nelson, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Turkoglu dishes to O'Neal. Chandler with the steal. To the inside. Here's Shorty.
Oh!
Orlando grabs the miss.
Went under the net.
Coming off that win against the Nets.
And in that game, Kevin, they found a lot of ways to exploit that defense, and then took it to them.
Yeah, it was simple. Real simple. Nothing fancy there. Everything plain and well executed, Steve.
Rarely does a deal actually work out, Steve, for both sides, but both the Knicks and the Nuggets made the postseason last year, and both teams, I think, Mark, certainly got what they wanted.
Yeah, and we're still in the early stages of Melo's career, Kevin. Certainly as it relates to him being with the Knicks. So he could ultimately become that player they're looking for as far as the leader goes. Let's see how it plays out going forward.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Magic knocking down the track. And Stoudemire gets it to go.
And defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
And Nelson gets it to go. Nelson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
And it's blocked. Here's Shorty. Another shot. But they recover it. And another shot. Well, it was only a matter of time that they finally get the bucket. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now, here is Nelson. Turkoglu up top. One shot. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. The
the one weakness for Amari Stoudemire during his career is just his defensive intensity. He's never been overly engaged. I think he's made some improvement the last few years, and he will block some shots. But he's a guy who's really more focused at the offensive end. His offensive game is so refined, guys, extremely well developed in just about every aspect.
Turkoglu gets the screen from Davis. Here's a follow. That's blocked. Stoudemire with the ball. Guarded now by Shaq. And here's Jordan outside. Gets the bucket. Michael Jordan. Jordan's got 9 points. And for Stoudemire, you couldn't ask a better pairing than playing with a center like Tyson Chandler.
Well, Chandler is a terrific defensive player and shot blocker. He picks up some of that slack to allow Amari to be able to focus on scoring the ball. That offense just keeps on clicking. It sure does, Clark. They're getting high percentage looks and really taking advantage here.
Nelson outside. Will it go? That's good. For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Dallas.
And Kevin, what I like most about that win was their offensive creativity. They had a really varied approach to the game, and it worked well. And they sure did shoot the ball well too, Steve, and that never hurts.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by New York. He feeds it to Afflalo. Over Stoudemire. In shot opportunity. Davis with the bucket.
Real persistence on his part. Stayed with the play and cashed in with the second chance.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Number 1, Tyson Chandler.
Well, he got high percentage looks all last year, and he made the most of them.
The Knicks leading by 4. Stoudemire left side. To the paint, Anthony. And the layup is good. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside. Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense...
Woo! Shot Diesel! He slammed down with authority.
Again, it's New York. Here's Nelson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Now let's find out what head coach Mike Woodson had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, he said when we get set up on defense, we can be a nuisance for any offense in the NBA. We have a group that can jump at the passing lanes and push you out of your spot. As long as we're back and ready, we're tough to score on. Let's see if they can back those words up, guys.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Steve, Clark, your thoughts on their defensive focus here?
Well, it's the right strategy, Kevin, because you have to play to your strengths as a team. You can't get away from who you are. And that's right, Steve. Their strength is certainly what they do defensively. They can rattle folks.
Here's Turkle. After Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Can't get it to go.
Well, guys, Orlando was especially tough at home last season, and there's a reason for that. This is an excellent defensive team, particularly with Dwight Howard manning the middle. And anytime you defend at a high level, you should be able to control your home court.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Going back to Orlando, defense really the name of the game for them at home as it helped them go to a 21-12 record at the Amway Center.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Kevin. If you can play tough defense in front of a home crowd, and the two, I think, just kind of seem to feed off of each other. The Magic took full advantage of that last year. Good defense, particularly when they were at home.
Now here's Afflalo. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. Kicks it to Nelson. A 3-ball. Shot. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Well, these teams were very similar in a lot of ways last year, especially in the standings. They were able to take the season serious from them.
Nice bucket off the drop step. Nelson's got his third basket of the night.
That's how you exploit that defense. Take the ball right to the basket.
To Shumpert, gives him the lead pass. Anthony hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Yeah, they were two pretty decent teams last season. Clark, as Steve just made mention of, their regular season matches were interesting.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, but they had an advantage in just a few critical areas that gave them the upper hand. They did a good job of winning the majority of those games.
Here's Shorty, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Nelson outside, back to Harrington. Fires from deep. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, he wasn't going to miss that. I mean, they were way too late to get to him out there.
Dishes to Thomas. It's stolen by Harrington. The feed to Aqualo. Unloads from 9. And it's Orlando with another.
Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Canby. Here's Shorty. Hits for bucket. Shorty's got 8.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yep, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
For 3 points, Harrington.
Boy,
Again, it's the Magic.
it done came back. All right, Marcus.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Shorty. No
Hey,
good
he blocked me.
buzzer beater. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really going up. Knicks lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Knicks out front, up 2.
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
That's the only interesting games.
Here is Kidd. So with Anthony sitting on the bench, here's who Mike Woodson's going with. Amari Stoudemire and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Jason Kidd and J.R. Smith manning the backcourt. And it's Jordan and it's the 3 spot.
Well, he really makes things happen offensively for this club. And as a defender, when you go against him, you have to get help defensively. So it's important for your defense to really communicate with him out on the floor.
And let me take this time to also mention his scoring ability in the post. I mean, his technique on the low block is picture perfect. The footwork is exquisite. Everything else about it is impeccable, too. It was a season of highs and lows for the Knicks last year, and one of their lows was how they played when they were on the road. Just not up to their standards.
Now, here is Smith. Back to Shaq. Power down with both hands.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach need to look at it.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
Aqualo the pass to Harkin. You know what? Jordan with some nice D.
Well defended. And he's got someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
That is good. Jordan's got 14.
This is a very steady performance offensively for him.
And it was the play of the Knicks on the road that really took them back and forced them to scramble, Clark, just to get in the playoffs. It was tough for them, Steve, but they got in, and unfortunately losing in the first round to Miami.
Yeah, but going 14-19 just isn't going to get it done. I think it was a good indication that the Knicks just weren't quite good enough last year. You know, they made the playoffs, but they didn't do anything. They've got to improve their performance on the road this year to take that next step as a team.
Shot's good.
That's he's on first game. Come on. That's my music song there. I know it's having last time I played another game. I didn't know any music was playing. And he hasn't played here either.
His first shot coming late.
So I might do some revamping around after this game.
Here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. Second in steals, 11th in scoring. As for the rebounding numbers, 9 not as strong as you would think. Top 20 in the league.
Hey, who was the whole lineup in from that
Maybe a
game?
little better. Still, I think the key to their team was the steals that you talked about, because they were a team that put a lot of pressure on the offense. They got out and played the passing lane, tried to force turnovers, and when they did, they usually converted those into points at the other end, and that's one of the reasons they were pretty good.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Knicks coach Mike Woodson asked Amari Stoudemire to spend his summer working on developing his low post move. Amari said, "It's actually great because I've never had a coach that asked me to work on my low post game. I've been a pick and roll player my whole career. Being able to shoot the ball from outside and also have a quick first step is an advantage for me. And now to apply some low post moves will even be that much better." Kevin, you have to love the arsenal.
That's a scary thought. Thanks, Doris.
And a smart move. I mean, if he loses some of his quickness, he can still use his strength on the low block.
Here's Smith. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Smith kicks the shot to the middle. He goes up. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Shaq.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Smith dishes to Jordan. Over a follow. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Smith.
How about you on this?
Smith's got 3 assists tonight.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He made all the field goal attempts thus far and remained hot from the floor.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. A different look for New York. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Now, here is Nelson. Not a lot of room. Back to Harrington. The pass to Duhan. Fires for 3. That's the bucket. Duhan's got his first 3 points of the game. The Knicks leading by 6. He dishes it to Shumpert.
There you go, Shumpert.
That one drops.
They keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I expect him to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And it's good. And it's a 10-point Knicks lead.
Well, Carmelo Anthony might be the best scorer in the league in terms of just pure skill and talent. He can do it all. He can shoot threes, he can pull up mid-range shots, he can get all the way to the rim, he gets to the foul line. One-on-one, he's almost impossible to deal with.
Oh, man.
With the steal. The dish to Nelson. Pass to Nicholson. Pass to Richardson. Harrington. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Give me that.
No luck. And for Carmelo Anthony, Steve, you talked about him as a one-on-one scorer. Clark, you played small. How would you try to slow him down?
Well, it's difficult defensively. I think you'd have to attack him at his defensive end. Make him work. Try to have him use energy dealing with you, pounding, banging. Go at him and try to take some of the starch out of his offensive shirt.
And he drops it in from the low post. That's now 8 points for Jameer Nelson.
We've seen some great shooting from him today. They got to lean on him a little bit more.
And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Magic in third.
Seemed like they went through stretches, guys, where they just didn't miss from beyond the arc, and that carried those numbers right up to the top of the list.
The Knicks leading by 9.
You know, the Magic have been one of the bigger teams in the East for the past several years, mostly built around the Dwight Howard rise to stardom, but last year they took a bit of a step back.
Shot misses. And it's the Nets with the ball. Outside Anthony puts the lead pass in front of him. Novak. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight. Look at the Magic's record against the East. 30-18. That's a good mark, but they still only managed to even grab the 6th playoff seed in the East.
Well, ultimately, the goal of Orlando was to win a championship last year, but
Seems like a step in the wrong direction for them. All the drama away from the court, and certainly with Dwight Howard's future, kind of derailed them.
He kicks to Harrington. And it's good, assisting on the play with 2 high. Harrington's got 15 points.
They don't seem to have many answers for him in this game. He's doing a terrific job out there. Outstanding work.
And they get it back. Feeds it to Nova. He feeds it to Shumpert. Anthony. Richardson covering. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Shumpert. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, Carmelo belongs in that group of guys who you say maybe he's the best scorer in the league. He's certainly close. He's right there with Kobe and Dwayne Wade, LeBron for sure. He's so skilled, he's so strong, and he's just got a knack for getting the ball in the hoop when the time is right. His ability to do that, Steve, is a big part of why he can get a shot off anytime. I mean, he knows that he doesn't need too much space. All he needs is a fraction, and he's able to rise up over guys or go through them.
Here is Duhon, following the score by New York. He passes it to Harrington. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Duhon. Harrington's got 9 points for the quarter.
Well, I love the way they've been attacking inside, Kevin. Our guys are getting a lot of points in the painted area, not settling for outside shots, and I don't see any reason to change strategy here.
Novak outside. Gets it to go. Novak's got 7.
And they have a huge advantage on the board.
Well, it's been one-sided so far, both on the rebounding side and the scoreboard.
Kicks it to Shumpert. Got it. Good job in the low post.
I hear the screen.
And the Knicks lead by 14.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, here's Harrington. He had 10 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. That's good. Here's Shumpert. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. It's tipped. It's stolen by Harrington. From downtown, and misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so we conclude the first half.
Yeah, they took my music off, so I gotta revamp it on here. I'll be back. Got laundry going on, so I'm gonna get these clothes. It just went off. And I guess okay, there you go. I guess let's watch the halftime show.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night. I'm Damon Bruce. New York leading against the Magic at Amway Center. They've come out of the gates strong to start, looking to keep going. Michael Jordan just having his way against the Magic D. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And the Magic have been plugging away. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. We've seen Al Harrington in top form. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. Let's get things going with a look ahead to some games slated for later. It'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers up against the Nets in Brooklyn. A 7:30 Eastern time is typical.
Brooklyn!
And one game also on the docket. Over in Indianapolis, the Pacers will face off against the Raptors. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And another game that's coming up for the Wizards, they'll be up against the Bobcats in Charlotte. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern. And now let's give you a chance to make your pick for today.
Who cares?
And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far to the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
How about Michael Jordan in this one? He has 20 points and also a block shot. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor. Yeah, he's just so focused right now. You can see it in his eyes.
They've got to follow. Shaquille O'Neal is out there at Glenn Davis. Then it's Tito Turkoglu. And it's Nelson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
Well, when you think about Amari Stoudemire, last year was the first time in 6 seasons that he's missed the All-Star game. And you start to wonder about those surgically repaired knees. It looks like he's lost a little bit of his explosiveness.
Here's Jordan. Now the feed to Carmelo. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Anthony's got 15.
You love the way he's searching for good shots all game long.
Shaq with the screen. Nelson, the pass to Turkoglu. Dishes it to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Magic.
That was in your face touching, Chandler.
Went for the two-hand throw
Yep,
down there.
that was in your face.
Safety and power.
That's how you do it. Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
What the?
Going back to Stoudemire, those knees were a known issue coming in. Insurance companies declined to insure his contract against injury. I know he's had the microfracture. The guy has really had some issues with those knees.
Yeah, he has, and there's no question that's a concern. But when he has been healthy, he's been extremely productive. And the Knicks need him not only to be productive, but to be a star to have a chance to compete for a title down the road.
Here's the Magic now, following the score by New York. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. Back to Davis. Shot's good. Davis has got his third basket of the night right there.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Out to Anthony. Stolen by Turkoglu. And now, in transition, it's a follow. Here we go. Here's Davis. And Anthony sends it back.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the board.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that was going to count.
Not a popular call, as you can hear in the background.
Not at all. Unanimous disapproval of that whistle.
The Magic trailed by 9.
You know, you talk about a franchise that's accustomed to playing in the postseason. The Magic fans have been a bit spoiled in that regard. Seems every year they're in the playoffs.
That's good. Chandler's got his first 2 points of the night.
And another quick strike for them. No question which team is running the fast break better here today.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been lethal in transition, Steve. It's one of the reasons they're out in front.
Now, here is Nelson. He's got 8. Gets it to go. Well, back to Magic, the team was founded back in 1989, and since then they've had only, 9 postseasons missed. That's a pretty good mark, Steve.
Well, between Shaq and Dwight Howard, they've enjoyed having 2 of the best centers of all time with their franchise over the years. So, now it's just a matter of, can they move forward after last season's difficult circumstances?
Here is Nelson after New York gets the 3. And there's the pass to a plus. Turkoglu, 3-pointer, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Well, it didn't take long to get those 3 points back.
No immediate answer right there. Right back at you. Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. 13th in rebounding. And as for turnovers, some work to be done here. Top 2/3 of the league. Not good, but not terrible either. Improvement necessary.
How about the spacing that we saw from this team last year, Clark? You mentioned the three-point shooting in the top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. But I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. Attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot. And they're going to have to make sure they box out here. Don't give up any second chance for them.
And that's just too easy. I mean, to rebound effectively, everybody's got to do their part.
Now here's Jordan. 22 points for him. Stoudemire. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. Anthony against Turkoglu. Davis setting the pick for Turkoglu. Davis. He dishes it to O'Neal. Gets it to go. Jack's got 14 points.
Well done, finishing that one off.
The Knicks leading by 10. Here's Shorty. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Nelson with it. 10 points for him. Shaq with the screen. And here's Turkoglu for 3. No luck. Good work defensively by Anthony. Uses the drop step, and that one's good. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
Dish now to Afflalo. Off the screen. The basket good off the assist.
They're in the ball actually doing something.
Nelson's got 6 assists here tonight.
The defense really has to pick it up here, guys. They allowed themselves to get picked too easy.
Stoudemire.
Oh, he blocked. He got blocked.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Afflalo.
Oh, snap. Aaron Afflalo's actually doing something.
Number 3. Afflalo's got 11.
Yeah, tries 11 points.
By 10.
For a guy who sucks.
Pass to Anthony.
Almost as bad as Kwame Brown.
Sinks that one from the post. Here's Nelson.
Well, supreme confidence offensively for Carmelo Anthony. He's been one of the most deadly clutch shooters in the game over the last few seasons. Always ready to step up and score in pressure situations.
Here's Shorty. He's got 21. It's blocked. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Afflalo. Right up. And shot with the slam.
You know, once he corralled that rebound, he was in just the right spot to power it back in.
You could see it coming too, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that was going to be a simple little putback. He saw the angle and he gave it a little something extra.
Here's Stoudemire. After the Magic pick up 2. Shoots it. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Chandler. Chandler's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, you talk about that clutch scoring ability for Carmelo Anthony. It all comes back to, I think, his size, versatility, ball handling ability, and that quick trigger release on the jump shot. It's really difficult to keep him from getting the shot he wants.
The Knicks leading by 7. Passes it to Chandler. The lead pass. Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 8 points in the quarter.
And guys, 10 of their last 12 points coming in the paint.
Yeah, I like their aggressiveness on offense, but the question is, where's the defense? They've got to put up some resistance here.
Now, here is Nelson. 10 points for him. And here is Turkoglu from the arc. That is good. Turkoglu's got 14 points for the game.
Wow, you really have to sit back and admire what this guy is doing.
Oh, I thought we got 5 seconds left.
They're down, yet he stepped it up and he's delivered.
9 feet out.
Oh, no. Come on. Not you, too, Amari.
Davis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Dang, we only up by 6. We were just up by 14. Last time I checked. Oh, shit. Now we up by 4. Orlando trying to make a comeback.
Knicks lead.
They trying to beat me.
Making a point of keeping the ball moving
They
around.
trying to beat me. They give us our first loss of the year. It'd be shocking my first loss coming between my former team at their place.
All 5 guys, Clark, are correct to score. That makes it so tough on the defense.
Like, keep Jameer Nelson, it could happen. He's still really good. See how Shaq Diesel. The only person who can really stop is Aaron Afflalo. Sorry. Oh, Carmelo!
And here's Anthony Bristol. He trained
Good job, Carmelo. Yeah, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix some settings after this game. The software updated and I knocked my music out. So I know I used to have some music playing at the end of the quarter, and before the game, and after the game. I gotta put that back now.
up by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Hell, he has a freaking preview anymore. What's up with that?
The 4th quarter. Who's at the Sprite uncontainable game in this one? Send it out to our doorstep. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Knicks put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. A big second quarter from them pushed them out in front, and they have had no problems keeping the lead. It's their game for the taking.
Great, thanks, Doris. And a very important turning point in this was when they started to gather that steam and really started rolling, guys.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. And that run changed the entire feel of this game. And it wasn't just their offense that made it happen. The stops they were making defensively played just as big a role.
And right at the start of that run, fellas, you could see the sudden injection of energy that went through the whole team. Then it was game on.
So with that Anthony sitting on the bench. Here's who Mike Woodson's going with. Stoudemire out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Amon Shumpert. It's Camby, and it's Kidd in at the one.
He looks good, getting it done consistently from deep.
Steve, I know you love the three ball, and he's been sharp, kind of like Steve Kerr used to be.
Now here's Kidd over Smith. And there's Jason Kidd on the assist by Stoudemire. And the Knicks lead by 8.
And the shootout continues.
Trading buckets both ways. I mean, offense definitely the focal point for these teams.
Redick for 3.
Oh, snap.
It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
I just realized they said J.J. Redick. I knew that, but I just didn't know that this game they said J.J. Redick.
Kicks to Camby.
Who the fuck you passing it to?
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks
We
like.
still got that, though. Spurs, Grizzlies, Pacers, Hornets, and the Mavericks again.
This 3-game trip.
This time for New York. No, we have in New York. This time in Dallas. Hey. Damn. Come on for so long. Come on now.
Back to Kidd. Over Smith. That's good from Kidd. The assist by Shumpert.
We're ball freaking long. We're trying to get out of
The
here.
Magic trailed by 7.
Son of a gun.
Smith dishes to
Oh!
Good on the shot. Jack's got 12 points here in the
That was
second
close.
half. The Knicks shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Here's Kidd up with it. And it's good, assisting on the play with Jordan.
Close.
6 points for Jason Kidd.
Let's come in. Hey, move your ass. I got him.
Up against Kidd. Now here is Smith.
Oh.
Guarded closer.
Good fake.
Feeds to O'Neal.
A-Fizzle.
Shaq's got 22.
And when you play against him,
It says me.
you know that it's going to be very tough to deny him if he gets
Oh, it's
that
not.
close.
Hey, you haven't been in yet.
Body him, you
How
can't
years
let
are
him
you in?
position down by the hoop.
I wasn't paying attention.
Torture you down there.
Well, I know
Yeah,
what the
how
fans
are you?
think of when his name comes up. His dunk. As a defender, you've got two choices when he's driving the lane. Get out of the way or be in the post.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Glenn Davis is checked in for Harrington. Turkoglu comes in for J.J. Redick. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Ish Smith. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kev.
In there.
Woodson has to
Oh, that was tight. That was tight.
great. It was
Y'all seen that?
huddle.
That was tight.
Bet they won't take us lightly next time, guys. Clearly, he was aware of their underdog status coming into this basketball game, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here's a follow. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Turkoglu right side. Takes the 3. That's good.
Fellas, they are heating up from outside
Woo!
now. Yep, of their last 5 hoops, 3 of them have come from long range.
Stolen by Turkoglu.
I feel like Ryan Lee was throwing the ball. It was just, I feel like Ryan Lee was throwing the ball and it just got intercepted by Kansas City.
Now the Knicks take it the other way. Led by as many as 14 points. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Nelson kicks to a Plumlee. The offensive rebound. Davis. They shoot again. The shot goes.
Give me that. What's wrong with you?
Steve from Camden.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something
Oh.
out there.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Turkoglu with it. Camby picks him up. Here's Shaq. And their work on the board pays off with the second chance point. Shaq's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive boards. He just gets you second chance points.
The drive by Jordan. And
Oh, that was wild, wasn't it?
bucket.
Defense that time didn't do quite enough. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to stop him when he gets in tight.
The Magic trail by 6. Check the screen on Jordan. Here's Turkoglu using his post move 19 points. Knicks have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. New York moving it around. And Shumpert kicks to Canby. Here's Kidd. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Well, hey, guys, they've been shooting well from mid-range here.
Well, sometimes you can't get all the way into the rim in the
Oh.
area, so you've got to
Baby.
go up from 12, 15 feet.
There you go.
That's pretty impressive.
He got it. He got it.
That's good.
He got it.
The Knicks leading by 4. Jordan gets the Shumpert.
Oh! That was almost stolen.
Points on the layup. Shumpert's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Check the screen on Jordan. Turkoglu with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And the shot is good. Turkoglu's got 21.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
He feeds it to Canby. It's the lead pass. And stolen by a follow. Turkoglu passes to Nelson. Stolen by
He's still a bet.
Down low. Jordan. He's guarded by a follow. The shot's good from Jordan.
Anytime they've needed a hoop, he's taken over one shot after another. Boy, is he playing well.
Nelson against Kidd. Davis setting the pick for Turkoglu. And stolen by Jordan. Goes up.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a Jordan highlight for real.
You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
And the replay, of course, coming by Sprite. What a play. Now, here is Nelson. Kicks to Turkoglu. Fires from the wing. And the jumper falls for him. Turkoglu's got 23.
Looking much more comfortable out on the floor here in the second half.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And the Knicks making a change here. Novak's checked in. The Knicks leading by 6. Lafitte to Thomas. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Nelson with it. Now Thomas defending. Nelson kicks the shot. Working down low. With the drop step. Again, the Magic score.
So they really picked up the intensity here since halftime.
I think they got the pep talk in both teams now, really going after each other.
Here's Shumpert. Good in the assist to Kidd.
That was close. That was out of bounds there.
Attacking the paint again and again.
You know, they're getting whatever they want. I mean, 8 straight points coming inside.
And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Nelson kicks the shot. Canby with the block. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Here's Shaq. And that one's good. Shaq's got 8 here in the quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Can be good.
Yes.
1:11 left in the fourth. The Magic trail by 6. And here's Turkoglu. Jacks up a 3.
Oh, he snapped.
Beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. So
Careful, they're going to start intentional fouling. Oh!
That's really answering the bell.
and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
We're up by 3 people.
Kidd dishes just an open.
Kind of. Come on, Steve. You should be inbounds. That wasn't Jason's fault.
Close game.
That was your fault, Steve.
Take advantage of every opportunity.
Get your ass down the court.
Orlando's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Into Shaq.
Man, what the hell was he throwing it to? Shaq's not that tall now.
Difficult pass. You think they could keep it in back?
I didn't know that, man. Pass back to Novak. Oh, that's not Novak.
This is a huge possession.
He stole it again.
We're going to see what they're made of.
What the hell is Novak?
There's a 3-point line. It's Nelson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. It's led by as many as 14 points. Here's Shuffle. Taking it again. And they go to the intentional foul. Seconds separate the shot clock and game. And it's going to be out of.
That's the second time you did that, Jason. Get your ass out of the game. Raven, get ready to come in.
Now it's followed by Orlando. They trail by 3. 26 seconds left to play here on the fourth. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for New York. The Magic with the ball. They trail by 3.
Boy, what a huge shot there. How about what it came? I mean, he answered the bell with that one.
And taking care of the ball is in a prominent point.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Do you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled all right, and turnovers can kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
Oh, man. Come on, Steve.
And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up.
How about 2? 17 seconds
17
left.
seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now Nelson.
Is we going overtime or we're going to...
Dishes it to Turkoglu. Thomas is there. This will tie it. Oh, he had a chance there to sink it.
Barely got it.
Come on, empty. Post game sees New York hit this one. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that part.
They sure don't, but when it was gut check time, this team kept their composure, kept their emotions in check, and got it done.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.
We barely got that win because we damn near choked it away. She had one more minute. They could have won. We outplayed them in the first half. They outplayed us in the second half. Case in point.